I have the honor of presenting this year's Champion of Hope Award for Teen Advocacy. In late April, I remember reviewing nominations that were flooding in from around the globe related to the Rare Champions of Hope Awards. And what I remember most was the emergence of incredible teens doing remarkable things to help raise awareness and support for the rare conditions that they care most about. But as remarkable as they all were, what I found so compelling was that a few of the nominees actually referenced another teen advocate who had inspired them, and both referenced the exact same person. Someone who had helped catalyze their efforts and had inspired them to move forward with their own advocacy efforts. What was even more incredible was the person they mentioned who had inspired them happened to be a teen advocate who had also been nominated for a Champion of Hope award this year. Clearly, there was something very, very special about this year's honoree, Miss Samantha Peterson. This amazing young woman was diagnosed early in her childhood with scoliosis after having a routine check at school while in 6th grade. Scared and embarrassed, she did the opposite of what most young kids would do. Instead of hiding or retreating, she decided to let everyone know about her condition and everything that followed. Samantha created a blog to share her story, which took her readers through her very complex scoliosis surgery. Her goal was to ultimately help educate the public about this condition and change the way people with scoliosis were viewed by the greater community. For 3 years, Samantha had various procedures, including bracing and physical therapy, but that didn't stop her progressive curve. Something was causing her scoliosis to be so severe, and after a series of genetic tests, they found the root cause. Samantha was then diagnosed with a rare condition called Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. EDS is a group of inherited disorders that affect connective tissue, primarily skin, joints, and blood vessel walls. Connective tissue is a complex mixture of proteins and other substances that provide strength and elasticity to the underlying structures in the body. In Samantha's case, her EDS caused a debilitating form of scoliosis. Samantha Peterson, or Sammy, as her friends and family call her, didn't let her condition slow her down. In September 2012, Sammy underwent spinal fusion surgery, and it was from her bed in the ICU that she decided she wanted to help others who were entrenched in their own scoliosis journey. Sammy founded the nonprofit organization Shift Scoliosis, which started as a place to offer support to other scoliosis patients and their families. Under her leadership, Shift has grown in size and scope. Some of the programs developed through Shift are the Wrapped in Love Project, with 20 chapters nationwide, sending blankets to hospitalized scoliosis patients. Snuggles for Scoliosis, which gives pillow pets to disadvantaged scoliosis patients worldwide in countries such as Ghana, the Dominican Republic, and Uganda. The Worry Stone Project, the Scoliometer Project, providing specialized screening tools to school systems. And if that isn't enough to keep a young teen busy, Shift is now conducting medical outreach trips to impoverished communities to teach parents and caregivers how to identify the early signs of scoliosis in their children. Sammy just recently returned from South Dakota, where she visited the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe reservation, where she taught over 250 people how to identify the signs and symptoms of scoliosis. Incredible. In less than 2 years, Sammy has made remarkable strides in her advocacy efforts, which has also helped other patients with rare conditions, such as Marfan syndrome, CDK5 deletion, Short syndrome, Russell-Silver syndrome, and numerous others. The word champion couldn't be any more accurate in describing Samantha Peterson. She epitomizes all that defines a true champion. She's made a world a better place for those impacted by rare disease, and has inspired others to follow in her footsteps. We are confident that great things will be coming from Sammy and Shift Scoliosis, and look forward to seeing her impact grow around the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, It's with great pleasure that I bring to the stage Samantha Peterson, this year's inaugural Rare Champion of Hope Teen Advocacy Award.
I'm so honored to be here today. This is so exciting. Just 2 years ago today, I was in the intensive care unit recovering from my complex spinal fusion surgery. I had spent the previous years struggling with my scoliosis, which is caused by my underlying condition, Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. I was only 13 when I had to quit all the activities that I loved. I was a very competitive swimmer and one of the top for my age in the state of Connecticut. It was heartbreaking for me to have to stop a sport that I was so passionate about. By 14, my life revolved around medications, braces, and machines to help keep my oxygen at a safe level during the night. I developed so many different health conditions from my scoliosis and EDS. I felt not like most teens should. By 15, I was feeling like my life had been paused. I spent more times at the doctor than I did with my friends. But as I laid in the ICU with 2 18-inch steel rods and 17 screws fusing 15 of my vertebrae together, I decided that I wanted to help remove the challenges of scoliosis from the lives of others who were living with it. I realized it was my next step. After recovering, I founded the nonprofit Shift Scoliosis, and I've dedicated every moment possible to helping it grow and help others with this condition. We help many people with scoliosis and the rare diseases that accompany it. Shift works to eliminate the challenges associated with scoliosis and to help find it early, because the earlier scoliosis is diagnosed and treated, the better the prognosis is. We want all people with scoliosis and the rare diseases that accompany it to have the best chance at a healthy and productive life. One of my favorite stories is from our recent outreach trip to the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe in South Dakota. It's in Eagle Butte, which is a small town about 3 hours from Rapid City, which is where Mount Rushmore is. We were conducting a screening session, and a father came up and asked if we could screen him. While we were more focusing on children, we don't deny anybody, so we're happy to screen him as well. He had obvious signs of scoliosis and mentioned that he had a relative who was diagnosed as well. Out on CRST, scoliosis is not well known. Most people are never screened for it, and they don't have the doctors and school screenings to identify it. So we gave him some information, which he brought home and later returned with his 5-year-old son. When he returned, he asked if we would be able to screen his son as well. After our doctor looked at his son's back, it was obvious that his son not only had scoliosis, but a chest wall deformity as well. He said that he had noticed signs in his son of a problem, but it wasn't until him and his wife had read our paperwork that they understood what it could be. Despite their lack of ability to attain proper medical care for their child, Shift is working to make sure that this little boy receives the best care for his scoliosis and make sure that he can live a healthy and productive life despite this curve. I want to say thank you to Global Gene for everything. I'm so honored to receive this award. I want to thank you to Deepak Nanani for nominating me, and my mom and 2 sisters for all of their support through all of this. I could never do it without them. I feel very honored and humbled. Being among everybody at this summit has been amazing. All of the work that everybody's doing is truly inspiring. Everybody's accomplishments just make me feel like there are so many amazing people in this world, and it's an honor to be here with all of you. Thank you again for nominating me and picking me as one of the 2014 honorees. Thank you.